Good morning, folks. Welcome to Qwoff TV. I'm Justin, and this man next to me is Andre. And today,
man, Justin.
Today we are talking about a very special variety known as
Sangiovese. I'm a feeling very Italian today. No, all right, that's really bad. Very excited about today. Sangiovese, an Italian grape variety, making one of the great Italian wines of all time, Chianti Classico from the Tuscan region. They've been making it for over 500 years. It's an awesome wine. Sangiovese, Chianti Classico.
What's that movie with fava beans and?
Oh yeah.
That's the Chianti.
Yes, you're right. Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs.
There you go.
Anyway,
thanks for that. On to more. Apparently, it goes very well with human flesh.
A human brain.
No, all right. This is awesome food wine. It's famous for its earthiness, isn't it? It's cherries and
sour
chocolate
cherries and tannin and great acidity.
Great acid, great tannins, as a lot of Italian wines are. This one in particular. Anyway, onto it. We found a little Italian one for you from a producer called Antonori, who
just basically controls the Italian market.
Absolutely, big producer, but famous for making all price points. This is a relative entry-level one. I think it sits around 30, 35 bucks. Probably a lot cheaper over there. It is the Pepoli Chianti Classico DOCG, which is their appellation control system that stands for Denominazione di Origine Controllata e Garantita. I could never have produced that without reading it.
And the good news is it's 2007, which was a great year in Italy and particularly in Tuscany.
And DOCG just means it's a little stamp of quality. It means a certain the way they grow it, certain alcohol levels, certain years of age, certain way it's produced. It just means you're getting, it's a benchmark setting, and they have to qualify under those categories to get the little on it, and it means you know what you're going to get.
I love the way you're pointing out things. You got the bottle facing you, not that.
The little, it's a wraparound. Yeah. All right, so there you go. Very exciting. Now, young for one of these, but I think it's meant to be drunk young. I get cherry ripe on the nose. Yeah,
absolutely. I get just cherry and vanilla, so I kind of know where you're going with that kind of sweeter cherry kind of thing going on. It's beautiful. It's
absolutely. And it starts to get a little bit more complex than that. You know, a little bit of meatiness, like prosciutto
notes as well,
basil,
and a little bit of mint. It's got that kind of minty.
Yeah, I reckon.
Going on.
Like I reckon that's coming from the herbs. Like it's sort of lifted. No, yeah.
It smells Italian, you know. It
absolutely,
smells Italian.
Absolutely.
This is what Italian wines
Pepper.
Yeah, it's just the herby kind of spicy thing. It smells Italian. Get onto it.
Just gonna swallow it. Wow, it's a rush of pepper, acid, puckering, tannins immediately going, you know, that chalky feeling around your mouth. Awesome, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Acidity, mouth-watering, tannins, puckering, you got it.
Earthy pepper.
Salami, meaty kind of thing.
Yeah, not overly, that cherry doesn't come through much. Like, not heaps of cherry and vanilla on the palate. Probably by Italian standards, but not by Australian standards.
And a hint of like kind of oven roasted tomatoes.
Just a hint.
Just a hint.
Decently, young wine, still quite simple in its primary sort of characters.
But just it's a really nice kind of entry into the Italian Sangiovese market. Absolutely.
Pasta wine.
Tomato-based sauces, absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's what they're famous for, aren't they? And the acid in them. Tomato-based things need a bit of acid in their wine to cut through, and that's famous for it. And this is one of the great ones. I really like it. Like I said, I reckon it's at 30, 35 bucks. I could drink it.
That's one of those. That's a weekly wine.
Absolutely.
You can afford 30, 35 bucks a week one. But that's one of those ones that you happily sit down Thursday night, crack it open, and.
Well, you know, on your second date, and you bring it home, and you're making it. You're pulling out your best bolognese. You know, crack something like this. It looks beautiful. It tastes beautiful.
Is that what you did with my sister?
Terrific.
He's married, by the way, to my sister.
I told you that was a strip club on the Gold Coast. Gin and tonics.
All right, I'm going to get straight off that story and straight into an Australian story.
Let's not talk about your mother. Okay. Tell me about Sangiovese in Australia, Justin.
Sangiovese in Australia, Andre, and folks out there.
I'm thinking about your mother. Okay, I really apologise. Don't get upset.
I'm just going to keep rolling. Sangiovese was brought to Australia in about 1985, was it?
I believe so.
85.
Look at me.
by Piscini, which is in a Victorian winery, and Coriol in McLaren Vale. And McLaren Vale is really, I mean, that's a region.
Great Italian culture,
Yeah.
food and wine. A lot of it's alive with Italian culture. Makes sense that they'd be making some good Sangios.
Absolutely, and they are making some fantastic ones, including this one. And this is Jeff Merrill's 2004 Sangiovese from McLaren Vale. He has Italian heritage. He's done vintages over in Italy. He's a legend of the Australian wine industry, and this winery started like 30 years ago. And so, who better to show us Sangiovese than Jeff Merrill?
Well,
okay,
Mr. Anthony. Absolutely.
Shut up, in Australia.
And 2004, I noticed that the colour, it's brick rusty red.
Absolutely.
The sign of its age.
I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to see that.
Have a look at that. We can do all things in the editing studio, Justin.
I've never seen the colour through.
I know, it never works. How do you just go, get
but anyway,
out of the way.
Trust us, the colour has moved slightly towards that bricky, and it's fading out on the edges. As has the nose.
It's Italian for nose. Someone tell us.
I don't know. I was going to say, it's a question to me. I've got no idea. It developed on the nose straight away. It's got those lovely...
Absolutely. Oh, it's so... You know, I get straight away a Bloody Mary.
Yeah?
But yeah, I like to make it with V8 juice, a bit of horseradish, heaps of Worcestershire, Tabasco, salt and pepper, celery.
Oh, yeah, I get that now.
V8 juice, Bloody Mary. It's got more than that, and then it starts with a bit of fruit, plums, cherries.
Rhubarb as well. And you know what's really interesting? You know pine needles? We get pine needles in that.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's probably again coming out of some sort of herby thing, like the sage or something.
And the roasted tomato, again, I get a fair bit of mushrooms.
I get like a homemade Italian pasta sauce coming off the nose.
Yeah.
That's probably where the Bloody Mary's coming in.
So you're excited we're getting, there's so much going on.
Doesn't it draws you in? It's got some sweet fruit, it's got all of this sort of savoury stuff, it's got little bits of
and what a great
chocolate
age.
or fig. Oh, that's what it...
And that is one of the beautiful things of aging wine. 2004 has done it for you. Get a hold of it.
Had a great quote. I can't remember who told it to me. I think I read it from Juan Hook or something. He was saying he was over there and you know, when he was talking about a young wine, he was saying, oh, it's got great fruit characters and da-da-da. And this great old Italian winemaker, or it might have been French, said to him, yes, it's very nice, but it's not yet wine. And I think what they're talking about is these characters that don't come in any other form of beverage. When you start talking about prosciutto and earth and, you know, tomato, and I mean, that's why wine is so awesome. Sorry, I'm just going to calm down now.
I'm really excited.
I really like this wine, Jess.
But yeah, you know what? I'm as excited as well.
It's a fantastic wine.
I hold it in a little bit more, but
it's pretty alive, isn't it?
Excited.
It's pretty alive, like acid.
We've got a visitor.
Right there with it.
Hi, Ben.
Acid, the tannins are still there, but it's got a bit of smoothness with age, but all of this fantastic savoury stuff.
Yeah, and it's got, I mean, on the palate, it's got cigar box and the mushroom, the aging stuff.
Great cigar box finish, isn't it? Yeah.
And still got the tannins there, the chalky kind of tannins are still there.
What do they want? What do the tannins want?
You know what they want? You know what the acid and the tannin wants? The acid and the tannin wants, my friends?
Pizza!
Pizza!
Yeah, we're going to call it. It needs food, but what it needs specifically is pizza. I reckon Sangio, it's got a little bit of market share already, but it could go much further. And you know what will take it further? Every time you order a pizza, get a bottle of Sangiovese. It is the pizza wine. Don't you reckon?
Absolutely.
Pizza wine.
Pizza
That's not
wine.
to say that this is a shit, like, as in pizza shit. Get yourself an expensive pizza if you want. Pizza wine, perfect. Now this is some sort of...
I've got your anchovy one. You know what?
A beautiful furry fish.
It's actually a really crappy pizza. It's a really shitty pizza.
Well, it's cold.
Yeah. But anyway, a really good pizza, maybe a gourmet pizza, thin based, a little bit nicer than this crappy one, will go really well with Sangiovese, so get on it.
Well, get yourself, you know, a $300 bottle of Chianti or a Super Tuscan or something fantastic, and get yourself an $8 Pizza Hut pizza.
And forget the food.
What a hot day that would be. Take it home. So I've gone there again.
Shut up. All right, get on to it. Sangiovese.
Sangiovese and pizza. There's a couple of good ones to try. There's plenty more out there. I'm enjoying this.
Good, let's go.
Start the movement. Sangiovese and pizza. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.